Now, taking a look at some news from Danville, Virginia, Cardinal News is reporting that a portrait of a segregationist judge, which hung on the wall of a courtroom in the city, has been taken down, at least temporarily. The portrait of Archibald Aiken, the judge who presided over the trials of hundreds of civil rights protesters in the 1960s, was removed the week of December the 4th at the request of Lee Smallwood, a deputy public defender in Danville. Aiken, who died in 1971, is no longer a well-known figure in the city, but Smallwood was familiar with Aiken's reputation and his courtroom practices. That included the judge from barring the public from attending trials, excluding black residents from juries, keeping armed policemen in the courtroom, and the judge even carrying a gun into the courtroom himself. Now, as the information about Aiken and his methods has become more available to the public, including a recent article in Cardinal News, Smallwood said that he's grown concerned about how the judge's likeness in the courtroom would impact trials. Presiding Judge Joseph Milam granted Smallwood's motion and ordered the portrait removed, at least temporarily, from the large courtroom where most jury trials are held. Smallwood is now working to create a committee that will decide which portraits, if any, should stay or go, and that includes Aiken's portrait. Cardinal News reports that many people, even in Danville, are unaware of the details of the city's civil rights movement in 1963, including Bloody Monday, which was met with fierce opposition and police brutality. Likely, even fewer people know about Aiken and his methods during the civil rights court proceedings, which lasted for years even after the movement ended. More than 200 defendants, most of them were black, were tried by Aiken on a host of charges, including contempt, trespassing, disorderly conduct, assault, parading without a permit, and resisting arrest. Most of these charges came under the umbrella of violating an injunction issued by Aiken that limited the scope of public demonstrations. The judge had earned a reputation as a segregationist due to his opposition to public school integration. That was even before the civil rights movement. His reputation grew during the movement, sparking both praise and backlash. A bridge in Danville, Virginia, remains named for Aiken to this very day. Smallwood said that Judge Milam was receptive to his request and immediately removed the portrait, which hung alongside six others in the larger of the two circuit courtrooms in Danville's courthouse. Similar conversations about portraits in Virginia courthouses have popped up in recent years. In 2015, Judge Martin Clark, who is now retired, ordered the removal of a portrait of Jeb Stuart, a Confederate general during the Civil War, from a courtroom in nearby Patrick County. And judges in Louisa County and Fairfax County have also ordered portraits of Confederate General Robert E. Lee removed. Back in Danville, Lee Smallwood is putting together a committee that will help Judge Milam and other judges make decisions about all of the portraits that hang in the courthouse. Among the other portraits is one of Aiken's father, Archibald Aiken Sr., who was also a judge in Danville. Smallwood says Judge Milam indicated that he wanted a group of smart people to give him guidance on what to do. The committee will likely be a combination of local historians and local legal experts. Smallwood said he appreciated Milam's attentiveness to the issue that he finds so important. Now, there is a lot more to this story, and I do mean a lot more to this story that we can't get into because of time, but you can certainly read more about it about this story and others related to it by going to cardinalnews.com. We've also included a link to it from our Star News TV Facebook page, facebook.com/StarNewsTV.